guys, and welcome back to The Thing That Will Not Die. My name is Jacob.
My name is Lucas.
And today, we watched the movie Aksum. Aksum is about 70 minutes long. Lucas, did you like Aksum?
I loved it. No, I didn't. The movie is...
How do you want to describe it? Okay, you're gonna kill me.
Yes.
I love this movie.
You love this movie? Oh my god, you're kidding me!
I love this movie.
Well, how do you love this movie, you know? It's the most unwatchable thing ever.
I don't know if it's the most unwatchable thing
Not for
ever.
you.
This is so bad. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I love movies like this because you can see what's on the page, right? I see the script in my head, and it's like, all right, interior house. Fog creeps in through the door. He slowly walks through, and then it's like, but you look at it, it's a big piece of shit, but I see what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And they failed so severely and catastrophically. I root for the movie. It because of just like the basic rules of cinema are broken.
Well, I think there's like, I could see the appeal of like this kind of like orgy of disaster, like this kind of like
It's like Schadenfreude a little.
It's almost like a circus. It's like you go to the circus and then like they're just throwing out all these different acts.
It's like you go to the circus because you want to watch the guy flip over and do a million different tricks and land on the trapeze perfectly, and you're like, oh my god, what a great trick. Or you go because you want to watch the guy fall to his death. This is the guy who fell off the trapeze and broke every bone in his body, and here I am holding up a little 10 out of 10 card, you know, going, all right, you did it, mate. This is good stuff.
They look like they're having fun, but I'm not having fun. I'm out of my mind.
You were bored during this?
There are some funny stuff, but I was ready for it to be done after 20 minutes. The movie's an hour and 10 minutes. Most of it just seems to be uninterrupted footage of people talking, and it's bizarre because the movie has probably 10 main characters.
I think there's more. I don't know any of their
15.
names.
I don't know any of their names. I can't really even like tell.
I can barely describe them visually.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help that the movie was shot on. I don't know what it was shot on.
They shot on at least 3 different cameras, the best of which is terrible, and the worst one is just, it doesn't even look like anything I've ever seen in my life.
It looks like, I don't know, like a Fisher-Price camera.
That's true, it does look like that. Also, it doesn't help that you can't hear anything.
Nothing.
Like, I don't know if they shot through the in-camera audio, because they claim in the credits that they had, like, recording people. That's a lie.
Yeah, but even when you can hear it, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Here are the nominees for Achievement in Sound Editing.
And then I got this crazy man chasing me all through the woods with that big old giant knife and stuff. Don't you know I'm not scared of nothing? I'm getting the hell out of here, though. I gotta get to work in the morning. I got 4 jobs. Matter of fact, I gotta interview first thing. Goddamn, I'm getting the hell out of here.
So I want to read an Amazon review for the DVD release of Aksum. It's from a reviewer named Alex from August 21st, 2005.
It's pronounced Alex.
Sure. Alex, please never watch this film. In my lifetime, I've seen bad movies, but when speaking of bad movies, this is a genuine work of art. I knew the movie was corny for the simple fact that it had no menu screen. It went straight to the film with no hesitation. I wish the disc was broken so I didn't have to waste an hour and a half of my life. The first scene of murder was the worst scene in the history of movies.
The movie opens with like some text. I wrote it down. I'm just gonna read the text.
That's important.
Because without that text, the movie is incomprehensible. With the text, it is still incomprehensible. On a cold winter night in 1990, Mr. Mason, a mean and cruel townsman, left his job for home. Home is capitalized. After arriving home, not capitalized, he took a shotgun and killed his wife and kids. Then his mean man killed himself. When the police arrived, they only found the bodies of his wife, daughter, and younger son. His mentally ill son, Harry, was not ever found. Legend has it, he will return in 13 years to revenge his family deaths. This is a good time to talk about what the f*** is Henry or Aksum or whatever the f*** his name is. Right?
Yeah.
Is he a person? Is he a zombie? Is he a Jason Voorhees?
He's clearly like, there's something going on because he gets shot and everything. I mean, he's still, you know, he doesn't
well,
die.
it starts off and you think, okay, maybe he's kind of like early Friday the 13th when he's still a person.
Right.
Right. Then, he gets shot, he gets hit a bunch of times and he's still up. So maybe he's like later Jason, where Jason becomes more overtly undead. Mm-hmm. Then, he's running around and he's growling like a werewolf or some sort of reptilian. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
Murder Africa! Invasion force! Release!
He's an interesting, like, creature, like whatever he is. I think he looks very interesting. He has a lumberjack shirt. Mm-hmm. And,
he's got a fucked up face.
Yeah, like his eye is like a little messed up, you know?
And a machete.
No axe.
Which someone, no, that's right, no axe. There's no axe in this movie.
Big old giant knife and stuff.
The legend has it he'll return in 13 years part is the closest we get to an explanation of what the hell this guy is. Mm-hmm. There is a part of the movie that's black and white for some sort of flashback.
Yes.
That explains nothing as well.
Yeah.
But I think that was kind of this part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you see a guy shoot
everybody. A mean and cruel townsman.
Then his mean man killed himself because he blows his brains out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's what I saw, I don't know what I saw.
I don't know what they saw, but that's the only part of the movie that makes sense to me because you know it's a flashback because they made it black and white.
Yeah. An old man.
Oh yeah.
There's an old man. Grandpa.
Yeah. Is he a grandpa?
It says grandpa in the credits. I assume that's him.
Oh, okay. Aksum walks up to the house and opens the door since grandpa doesn't lock his front door and enters the house. Grandpa comes down muttering something, goes upstairs to get his gun, and then Aksum murders him.
And then he says, "Oh shit!"
Fade out, and then we're back in the college campus for the opening credits /
step team
and Yo Mama
Yo Mama
competition. Yeah.
Which goes on for like way too long.
Yeah. That part, I'll agree, the movie starts off, like, outside of the grandpa death, the movie starts off slow. Once they start running around the forest and getting killed is when it gets good. Put many air quotes around the word good. I'm not implying that this is a good movie. But that part was interesting because it looked, I'm not going to say the best, but it looked the most real, right? Like, I think that was someone...
Oh, no, that was totally just, like, footage somebody shot and we're like, hey, let's add this into the movie.
Yeah, they were at the school, you know, and they thought, oh, let's just shoot this and pad the running time.
Yeah.
And just goes on forever. I don't even know if the main characters were there.
No.
I don't know what happened.
And they were telling the oldest Yo Mama jokes ever. Like the most. I mean, I guess it wasn't old back then because it's like what 1992.
Your mother's so cross out. No. Hold on, yeah. Your mother's so cross out. She got out the front door and see the kids playing in the backyard.
Got 3 times and talk like
this. Your mother's so dumb she was in a shootout, got stabbed. What's up? You got something to say? What?
Then they finally get to the house, And then you're like, okay, like maybe some creepy stuff is gonna happen. Nope, they're just sitting and having food.
Yeah, oh, there's a bunch of dinner sequences. As many Yo Mama sequences there's at least as many sequences of just them sitting and eating dinner and having conversations that you can't hear.
Yeah, I think that there's that one dinner scene that goes on forever. The guy's telling a joke, and there's a lot of like monologues and soliloquies.
Oh yeah, he's just kind of doing his own weird like Rudy Ray Moore stand-up routine.
Yeah.
And it's so bad.
But I can't, number one, I can't hear it. The words that I make out, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, I don't know, he's like saying like, spell like Henry Green or something like that. Spell, what's the second what does this have to do with anything?
Here's the joke of Johnny Green. Johnny Green is a little kid in school. He's real bad. He always cursing and everything, right? He always messing up in school, right? So the teacher said, okay, today class, we're going to play a game. And everybody's like, okay. She said, the game what we're going to play is, I'm going to say a letter, and you say something that starts with it. So everybody's like, all right, cool. So boom, she said, hey.
I see we have another comedian in the house.
There seems to be some kind of like character stuff happening, but not really. There's this guy with glasses who's like smooth, and
oh, he has sex with the lady in the bathtub.
Yeah, he's in the bathroom, and his back is facing the camera. You don't know what's going on. This woman, one of the girls, shows up, and then they immediately just start making out, and then they make out slowly. Like, do you know how in History of Violence there's that staircase, sex scene? This was a bathtub sex scene.
Bathtub sex scene. It's also something where it's unclear because of how incompetent the movie is if this is a new romance or if it's an old romance.
I don't even.
Like, you have no idea what's happening. It just. Oh, it's a horror movie. Like, there's like usually a love sort of subplot. We gotta put that in. And so
in an empty bathtub.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So Lucas found another review on Amazon.
No, this is IMDB.
IMDB.
This one is called Holy Bitch Slap Buddha on a Bicycle by Hell on Wheels. I was once happy. There was a time for me when life seemed worth living. There was a time when my mind wasn't constantly flooded with images of my own eviscerated corpse hanging from a noose. That was the time before I saw Aksum.
Eviscerated?
Is that how you pronounce it? Wait, I gotta start over.
I'm gonna die tonight, I swear to God. So they're all at the house eating 50 meals a day or something.
Yeah.
3 other people drive up.
Yes.
And their car breaks down because they forgot gas, and the 2 guys are arguing about how they're stranded. I think they're blaming each other for it. So they leave the girl by the car and they go to walk to find someone to use the telephone. For some reason.
So they can call for help, like roadside assistance or something. This is before cell phones, I guess.
So
they go to this house that even though nobody lives there, the fog machines are still going,
I think that's where Aksum lives.
That's where Aksum lives.
Well, there's 3 houses. There's grandpa's house, there's the house the kids are staying in, and Aksum's house.
Okay.
So I think that was Aksum's house.
All right. Yeah. Well, he was in there, so.
And the plastic skeleton that we find later.
Yeah. The 2 guys go in this house, and one of them freaks out and is like, okay, I don't want to do this. And he just like leaves.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that in a second, but.
He leaves because the other guy says, I hear someone upstairs. Let's go ask for the phone. And the other guy's like, no, fucking, like, this is weird. And he's leaving. He's like, you stupid white guy.
Yeah, he's like, man, white people always want to investigate.
Yeah.
The white guy, he just goes around the whole mansion or whatever and just like it just goes on forever.
Oh yeah, it's so laborious and stupid.
I need to use your phone. I need your damn phone. Hello? He goes through like every room in the house.
Is anybody here?
Is anybody here?
Can I use your phone?
I see you.
Hello? Is anybody home? I just want to use your phone. I can hear you up there. Okay, come on out. I know you're up here. I heard you up here. Hello? Anybody in here? I just want to use your damn phone. Damn, no phone.
And the Oscar goes to
Aksum.
Oh yeah, and then he gets hit with the phone.
Yeah, because there's a shot of Aksum dialing because it's a rotary phone,
Yeah.
and then I don't know what he dialed for because then he takes the phone and punches the guy in the face.
And then he falls down. It gets really hazy because this is when I was like checking out, but I guess after they keep running back and forth into the house, they all split up, right?
They split up and then get back together and split up and get back together a bunch of times.
But the first time they split
well.
up, there's like they all split up by couple, and there's that one couple they something happens. Like I think one of them trips over, and then one of them gets berated, and they just disappear into the woods, fade out.
Yeah.
But then you find them later. This is, I think, your favorite scene. They find them later. They go back to them, and they're like, they find this car.
Is that the car that broke down?
No,
earlier?
because I think later somebody says, and maybe I'm like mishearing it because I can't hear anything, but I could have sworn somebody said, "Hey, that's my grandfather's car."
Oh, grandpa that died in the beginning of the movie?
I assume.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe this. We gonna kill us. We gonna die. Everybody gonna get us. I don't believe it. Oh my God! No, you did not just smell me out here in these woods. I don't believe that. No, you did not just smell me in these woods. Excuse me. Hello. Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me. You just smacked me out in these woods. Have you lost your marbles, miss? Excuse me. Nobody touches this face. No one in this whole creation touches this face. You must have lost it. You must have gone crazy. Listen. You must have gone crazy. What is wrong with you?
You were laughing for, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was laughing all the way through the rest of that scene and up until the point where the guy with the white shirt is running around and he's holding his fingers into a gun shape.
Oh yeah, and he's like very close to the ground. Like he can't move without being very close to the ground.
He's doing like, when you're a kid and you're playing Mission Impossible or like James
Except he doesn't
Bond.
have a gun.
No, he's got a fake gun.
His fingers.
Yeah, he's making a finger gun.
What is that?
I don't know. This is what I mean. Like, every time you think you figured out the movie, something completely out of left field happens.
Yeah, well, it's more like I'm just being like subjected to this like avalanche of things I don't understand, because I was still trying to figure out why there was like a Yo Mama competition at this point. I was like, wait, why was there a Yo Mama competition?
But it just compounds up until your brain is crushed, and it's incredible. Poorly done, but incredible.
Like incredibly written?
No, just not incredibly written, just incredible. Just like so good. Like that is the most nonsensical thing I have seen in such a long time, and I am like, I've added at least a couple years to my life expectancy because of this movie.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Well, it's funny, we're trying to describe the movie, but at the end of the day, it's pretty simple, right? Like, we've laid out the plot. Group of guys go up to the woods, get attacked by Aksum, and try to escape. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
But the devil's in the details, and the details are hilarious.
Yeah, like, wow. That's really bad. I've never seen it. I mean, I'll give them this. I've never seen anything like that.
And that's what makes it amazing.
That's what makes it stupid.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really care. None of that matters to me. I think I need to make that doubly clear. None of any of what, like, you're saying, or even the movie for that matter, almost matters to me. What matters to me is I'm going to the f***ing ballet, right?
Ballet? Woohoo!
Except the ballet where, Jacob, how was the ballet? Oh yeah, well, everyone broke all of their bones. And the set burned down. And I got really drunk. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd like to actually just like interview at least somebody who made this, even if it's just the person that made the food, you know?
We'll never know what they were going for.
I would say though that this is a good movie to watch on Halloween.
This is a good movie to get a bunch of brews with your mates.
I think it would be a fun movie to watch with a bunch of people and like drink.
No, this film will never be listed on my resume. Warning spoilers for the review. After recently finding out that this film was in distribution, I could not believe it myself. I offer my deepest apologies to the world for cutting this. My initial thoughts while editing this for what I believe was the first film ever
for the writer-producer was that I should be drinking adult beverages while pushing the buttons. But then again, the old saying comes to mind. It doesn't matter if the publicity is good or bad, just spell my name right. Which brings me to another point.
Jacob's trying to just get himself together.
Give me a minute.